Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is CR and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we are back again with another pick a card reading, and this is going to be all about what you need to know for the month of September. So I also do want to mention, if you guys want to have first access to these pick a card readings, as well as additional more in-depth readings and more pick a cards in general, please do consider checking out the Patreon link down below, because all of that is happening over there. So let me go ahead and introduce you to the piles that we have here today. So for pile 1, we have the ametrine stone with this froggy girl sticker. For pile 2, we have the sodalite stone with the fish boy sticker. For pile 3, we have kiwi jasper with the Sunday girl. And of course, for pile 4, we have reticulated quartz with toilet chan here. So if you guys take your time to meditate, use a pendulum if you want, use your own body as a pendulum, whatever you do to connect to your higher self, to your intuition, and to select the pile or piles that are going to be the most resonant for you. Because again, this is a general reading, so not every card, not every message may resonate for you personally, and that might be why you're attracted to more than one pile, because your personal messages that are going to resonate the best for you might be found in more than one pile. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into your messages. For those of you who picked pile 1 with the fun froggy sticker girl, we're going to go ahead and set her over here along with the ametrine stone. We're going to dive into your cards and see what it is you need to know for the month of September. So we're going to start off with the tarot, of course. And what we have here, we have the Queen of Cups. We also have the Justice card. And then we also have the Seven of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like for you guys, there's going to be a big emphasis on September for working through karma, through balancing out your life in certain aspects. For some of you, you might be dealing with maybe some legal issues. I definitely see that you're waiting for information return of that. I think the importance is definitely of patience. In general, it feels like you guys are working towards a lot of different goals and things that are going to be way more emotionally fulfilling to you. It's really important to listen to your intuition when you tap into it. Again, there might be some karmic things that you're working through, and I'm just getting the strong sense of here is slow and steady wins the race. That you guys, some of you might get frustrated at the pace things are going, but it's like it will all work out in its own divine timing. So just in the meantime, keep doing what it is you're doing. Keep focusing on the moment and in the here and now. Don't be worrying so much about what's going to happen in the future or reflecting too much on the past. Being in the present moment is going to be the best for you guys when it comes to how you deal with September. So looking at some love messages for you guys for the month of September, we have religious factors with your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So maybe some of you are dealing with issues of tradition, or maybe you're wanting to go against tradition, or maybe you're going to be encountering a person who has very different religious views or religious traditions from what you grew up with. And the important thing is to just be very empathetic to that person, to be very accepting of it, and again, expand outside of your viewpoint. We also have honeymoon with enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, and we have deception with someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. So maybe for some of you, this is about definitely making sure that that somebody isn't leading you astray, but also that you're not leading somebody else astray by, again, hiding who it is that you truly are, how it is you truly feel about something. Again, I feel like honesty is the best policy here, especially with justice being your major arcana to come out. It's like really be balanced and be fair with things. And again, that can lead to some really beautiful things. Again, I feel like it's all about just living in the moment right now for you guys. So let's see. For the crystal that might be useful for you guys to use in the month of September, you guys got a very pretty one here, which is celestite, which I have a piece of that right here. So to give you an idea, it's this lovely blue, icy kind of color, and it's so sparkly. But anyway, what is celestite? It's a blue-gray. Blue-gray celestite is a delicate sulfate mineral with airy, buoyant blue cotton candy vibes. It gets its name from the Latin word for heaven. And if you close your eyes and ask nicely, maybe it will take you there. So who needs it? Anyone brazenly ignoring the consistent inner voice that actually has some good ideas for how you might better handle this whole life thing. So yeah, again, you guys need to listen to your intuition more. Tap into that because it's really trying to help you with the current situation. Where to put it? As a calming adornment wherever you meditate or pray. When to use it? When it's time to stop and really listen. With celestite as a guide, you might be surprised what you hear. Tune into your serenity. So I definitely feel like for some of you, you could be very clairaudient, or again, you might have a lot of clairaudient messages that happen in the month of September. You really need to, again, just be in the moment and really tune in and listen. I feel like a lot of you, maybe who pick this group, you do have very strong religious beliefs. You do pray daily, but it's like you might almost be, I'm just going to throw this out, struggling with your faith or something, because it's like there's been a lot of holdups or, problems that have occurred and things just aren't moving forward. I just get a sense of very stagnant energy, and you're kind of like, questioning whether all of this is real or not. And like, why are you basically spending your time praying when it's like, it doesn't seem to be showing any actual results. The importance here is of patience. I get the sense of, so, and especially because literally your next card here, oh my fucking God, especially with me, with me just saying that, and I just looked over to see what your what am I trying to say here? I'm just like, oh wow. Your spirit guide that's coming out heavily for September for you. We're going to get to that in a second, but we have don't stop here. So yeah, I feel like you guys do not stop what it is you're working at, or stop your belief, or again, what it is you're working towards, because even though you don't feel like the movement is happening, something is going to come about in September if you just stick with it. Again, there's a lot here that has to do with clearing out karma. And again, that might be a very slow, arduous process for you guys. And again, moving on to your spirit guide for September, you got Master Jesus with forgiveness. You're on a path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. And again, I was talking about, you guys could be maybe a particularly religious group. So, I think that's kind of funny because we have Jesus coming out. But yeah, it's like you guys got to forgive yourself from past hurts, past mistakes. Maybe you even have to forgive maybe a specific feminine in your life that you've encountered. You need to be, again, more empathetic and more sensitive to yourself and to those around you, with the Queen of Cups being here, present in your cards. Let's see what else we have here. So interesting, you guys got a lot of these cards that wanted to fly out, and they all came out in the reverse. So what we have here is we have intuition and manifestation. We also have a creative endeavor. We have new beginning. And we have fear, and all of these came out in the reverse. So what this means here is it just lines up with what I've already been saying. It's like, one, you guys do have way more ability, and you have a very strong intuition, but it's like you're not listening. There's definitely a big sense here, especially with these three cards, that there is a blockage happening right now. Maybe you're giving too much into your fears. And again, self-doubt. It's like there's something that you're really trying to work at, trying to grow. Maybe there's a new endeavor, a new job, a new career, moving, something like you want to start, but it's like it's all being kind of blocked by maybe, again, fear, self-doubt, not listening to your intuition. Your manifestations aren't happening because it's like there's this stagnant energy and repeating past old patterns that are not good for you anymore. But the good thing here is that we do have fear coming out in the reverse. So for September, there's a real opportunity here for you guys to come out of that, to realize the karmic pattern that you've been living, and to finally fix it, to write in these cards, to really have that new beginning, because it's right there. It's right in your horizon. I feel like you guys could be extremely creative. You have some amazing ideas. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just kicked the camera over. Sorry about that, guys. But the point is, it's like, I feel like you guys have some really great potential. It's just like, again, there's just one aspect of, again, that element of the fear that's kind of blocking it from moving forward. So your next card here that we have you and your loved ones are safe with the new moon in Cancer. So again, highly emotional energy coming through here. Water signs, air signs, I feel, are more strongly within this group. But again, this element of the water and the Cancer, it's like, again, new moons are all about new beginnings. And again, if you guys are worrying in particular about something or someone, you need to let go of that worrying and understand that, everything's going to happen in its own divine timing, and everybody, you are safe, you are protected, your guides are here to watch over you. Again, there's the potential here in September for a lot of love, a lot of healing, and also through that forgiveness for things. So we also have here the Cow with nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. See, so some of you, especially when it comes to your manifestations and with your intuition, it's like if you just ask, you will receive. Again, don't stop the form of momentum that you're having. And again, there's a lot of abundance, there's nourishment that can come if you work on these elements of forgiveness and working through any kind of fear, any kind of self-deception maybe that you've been putting on yourself. So we also have here Lizard with regeneration. So as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace your transformation, put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Blech. So obviously there's something going on for you guys here where it's like, especially with that element of working through the karma of healing and then literally shedding off old skin here with basically the concept of the lizard. So you're like you're stepping into a new role and a new beginning here. You are very adaptable, but I feel like you're kind of resisting the change maybe that's coming. That's why that water element's coming in so much. It's like you need to flow a little bit more. So some things to keep in mind when this card is particularly coming out, to kind of ask and question for yourself. Do you need to discard layers of your life? Do you need to scurry away from something? Do you have old wounds? Take time to bask in the sun's healing rays. Hurry and scurry away from worry. Literally, that's like the key word with that fear card is worry. So obviously, you need to let go a little bit. If you're holding on to old wounds, again, you need to just forgive and you need to release it for your own betterment so that you can get back into your creative groove. Because again, I was getting the sense of that, and especially with the next card that we have big, bold vision. So I see, we have the beetle, we have the bee, and we have the hummingbirds here. So very like industrious and social also kind of creatures are coming out for you guys as well. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into this particular card because these have some very big but very good messages related to them. So with this, we're gonna go ahead and dive into this completely. So you are not born to play a small role in life. You have the ability to dream big, even if you're absolutely no idea about how your visions can come to pass or what all the details may look like. And that was something that was brought up with these cards here for sure, is like you're worrying too much about like how you're able to do the thing or like to create this thing. And I definitely see that even reflected in that Seven of Pentacles, where it's like you don't know how, that you're so close to reaping the benefits of what you've been putting in work, but it's like you're kind of blocking yourself because you're worrying too much about the how and not just doing, in a sense. So you can access the heart and the guts of a vision by tapping into your wildest dreams and surrendering attachment to exactly how it will all work out. The details are up to the creative genius of the universe. You're an active, contributing participant, but not the sole player in your life journey. There is something, a vision or an idea that is coming to you. You may worry that it's too much for you, but don't worry, it's meant to be yours. Although you might have some adjustments to make and some tweaking to do as you let go of your limited thinking and open up to a fearless acceptance of a bigger, brighter, more radical, and more potent possibilities of creatively living your light in the world. A sign that you're cracking out of your limited thinking to allow a big, bold vision to come to you is that you might feel a little dizzy with the shrinking limitations and expanding possibilities of life. You may wonder if you're allowed to access so much wonder. Remember that you're healing and growing success as you manifest this big vision. You can touch the hearts of others through your presence, your inner work, your art, and your choices. It's a win-win situation. Those that are meant to live big, bold, and visionary lives need to give themselves permission to break the mold and forge newer, more expansive perspectives of what is possible and what is permitted and what is of service. It's about letting go and opening up. Others will benefit from this. Even though it is your vision, it's not just about you. You're being asked to remember that when something is right for you, endless synchronicities and support will flow your way at the right time and in the right way. Stay open, receptive, playful, and surrender. This oracle brings you a message. You're about to receive or be invited to become part of a grand visionary beginning that has the makings of something fantastic. No matter how the journey that brings this vision into reality unfolds, and there will be some twists and turns that you don't see coming, it is still helpful for you to be open to it. Trust your heart, be still with your choices, and when the time feels right and truthful, leap. This oracle brings a message for those who would like to further develop their intuitive insight. It's already happening. Trust in what you perceive. Even if it conflicts with what everyone else around you is saying or the surface of things, trust your inner perceptions. They are accurate and will be proven to be so later on. The healing process below will help you with all this as well. This oracle brings a general message of positive energy. Trust that things will be coming up roses for you. If everything seems to be in a bit of shambles now, it's really just the essential mess before a truly spectacular success. So the healing process here is, say, I release all blocks to my vision. I release all beliefs, conscious or unconscious, stored in my body or mind that would have me belittle or minimize myself out of fear or ignorance. I choose to be bold, big, and bright, to vision with my heart and receive all the genius of the universe in supporting that vision and coming to life. So be it. You have completed your healing process. Repeat again whenever you feel yourself in awe of what seems to be coming through you as a vision for the future. So wow, these are pretty good cards. So that's why I wanted to read it for you guys. So looking into your final messages here, we have. Look at that. A blessing of a fresh start. It's right there. It's right around the corner, guys, for you. We also have a blessing to lift sadness and a blessing on a resolution. So I definitely feel like whatever it is that you've been struggling with, there is a resolution coming. And it's going to help you to pull yourself out of any sadness or, again, fear, limited beliefs, self-doubt that you've been going through. And again, you have that fresh start right around the corner. So we also have here this little kitty, which is synchronicity. So meet Lexi. She passed into our world through the divine nexus of a series of unlikely events. She arrives at the precise moment when she is needed most. As if answering a silent prayer, she appears with a perfect sweet antidote to our fears and struggles. You will not know when she is coming, but when she arrives, your heart will be open. The air will sparkle and your world will awaken with new life. Coincidence? Maybe. A beautiful mystery? Certainly. Watch for her paw prints as they glimmer and meander through your life. So you've had a lot of the same things come up multiple times at this point. You know, working through, again, the fear, healing something, there's a new start coming, especially when you go and you work through those things. And also, it's like you need to have an open mind. You have to be open to receiving the abundance that is coming your way. Again, there's a lot of synchronicities, a lot that you can tap into with your intuition. You guys just need to, again, focus more on that. So finally, our last little message here from the tea leaves, we have pineapple with reconciliation. So look at that. You have reconciliation and you have resolution. So maybe for some of you who are struggling with a different person in your life, there's some sort of resolution, maybe a reconciliation that's going to happen with that situation or, again, that person. We also have the tower here. So it's solid foundation, success with effort, though. Exactly. It's like you have the foundation, but it's going to take effort to get to the success. So don't stop what it is you're doing. We also have the stork here with news of a birth or a new business opportunity. It's funny because on that new beginning cards that you had reversed, there's a baby there. So maybe some of you, this has to do with maybe wanting to have a baby, going to have a baby, someone in your family having a baby, or again, it's a reference to a new start business or career-wise for you guys. So that is everything that I'm seeing here for your September. So if this resonated, please do drop a like, comment down below. Again, if you'd like more content and to help support the growth of this channel, please do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. And I will see you all in the next one. You picked pile 2 here with, of course, the sodalite stone and the fun fishy boy here. We're going to go ahead and jump into your messages and see what it is you need to know for the month of September. So we're going to start off with your tarot here. And so first up, we have the Five of Wands. We then have the Page of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. We also have the World card. Damn. And we have the King of Pentacles. So I'm getting a couple different messages here for you guys who picked this group. So first off, I definitely feel like as a warning for some of you when it comes to September, either for you or again, people maybe that you're around. Because again, we have that Five of Wands, which has to do with groups of people, either in conflict or competition. So I definitely, and especially with something like the Page of Swords here as well, I feel like there's a warning of not being kind of a shit starter or a shit talker, a gossiper here in September. Either you or again, there might be other people trying to do that to you in the month of September. So just be very careful about who you tell things to, how you show things on social media. Like just be very, very aware, because I feel like there's kind of like a lot of eyes on you. Or again, there might be a warning here of maybe trying not to get involved with other people's drama too much in the month of September, either friend groups, work colleagues, people you know on social media. Like I'm just getting a large sense of that as well. Other messages that I'm getting here is that definitely there feels like there's a little bit of expansion, a bit of growth here. There might be somebody who wants to maybe sponsor you career-wise. Like I definitely get a sense of like new kind of energy coming in. Definitely, again, be very paying attention to opportunities about communication as well as like expression. Maybe for some of you, there's a little bit maybe of new love in there, but it feels more like crush based, not necessarily like the start of an actual relationship or anything like that. But it feels like just like kind of being open to a lot of different possibilities within September that can lead to maybe some new beginnings for you guys. And also like completion of other cycles might be involved in your September as well. So let's go ahead and actually look at the love messages for you guys for the month of September. So we have, first off, we have separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. So maybe for some of you who are already partnered with somebody, maybe they're going to have to travel or do something for work related. So there's going to be some distance. So you're going to be communicating a lot via social media or again, text messages, emails, phone calls. I'm getting a sense of that, but it's like don't get kind of caught up or worried about maybe what they're doing. Like I feel like you have to have a lot of trust. Let's see, we have soulmate here with yes, this is your soulmate. So maybe some of you maybe you're not currently with anybody, again, you're single or something, but it feels like maybe some of you are actually close to being in communication with somebody who is a soulmate for you. And again, soulmate doesn't necessarily refer to just a romantic person. It could be literally platonic. And yes, everybody has multiple soulmates in their lives, multiple connections that feel very strong like this. So again, take it how you will. Don't just jump immediately like, oh, I feel a connection with this person. This is my only in one person. It could be, but don't go in at it with that expectation in this situation. And then we have, because here we go. That's the key here. We have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So that's what you guys need to work on. I feel like some of you could be really affected by the judgments and the opinions of other people, and that can have a very negative effect on you. But I feel like, you know, this is a message here of like getting away from that, you know, separating yourself from maybe those people, those situations, so that you can work on your own self-esteem and your own, again, how you respect and how you love yourself, because that's going to really call in a soulmate for you guys. And it's just going to renew you. It's going to make you more excited to the possibilities of, again, what is out there for you love-wise or career-wise. So as far as the crystal for you guys to use in the month of September that might be useful, we have canvasite. So again, this is a very good stone for communicators, for writers, anybody with those kind of intentions. I just saw 444. So yes, Canvasite is a calcium vanadium silicate. This name is an acronym. Look for it. It's in there. Its vivid color is next level electric blue. The best Canvasite hails from India. It's a go-to stone for those looking to channel messages from on high or explore the possibilities of supernatural communication. So some of you can even talk to your soulmate telepathically, or like you're picking up on them in your dreams or something like that. So who needs it? Storytellers, soothsayers, healers, therapists, and psychics. Where to put it? Wherever you translate inspiration into the written or spoken word. When to use it? When it's time to speak clearly and straight from the heart. When you want to get weird, ask Canvasite to make you a conduit for messages mysterious and eternal. So expand your consciousness. And actually, where is it? So I actually have a piece of Canvasite right here. And again, so it can range from looking like this to a very like white stone as well. It just depends. So that is your stone that might be useful here. And so let's see what we have next. We also have no need to worry. And see, I was getting a sense of that, where it's like maybe some of you are worrying about like how your other person is thinking about you, or, you know, what they're doing, especially if they're at a distance from you. And it's like, you need to stop worrying. What will be, will be. And we also have take action. So it's like, if you are worried about something, instead of like sitting there mulling, moping, and like kind of like, oh my God, what is happening? Kind of making the situation out to be worse in your mind than it really is, just take action. And, you know, be communicative, communicate, ask, just get to the heart of the matter instead of wondering, is what I'm also getting. That goes for anything. For your spirit guide for the month of September, we have El Moria with Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So yeah, again, I feel like that's a message of protecting yourself from, again, negative influence or negative people with that Five of Wands. Because, you know, he has a lot to do with calling in a lot of different angels to like surround you, to protect you. So again, you guys are very protected for September, and just trust that, you know what, the universe, the world, it's here, it's got your back. So let's see what else we also have here. We have milestone in the reverse. So we're actually going to go ahead and look this one up in the booklet here, because I'm trying to remember exactly what this one is meaning when it's in the reverse. So we're going to double check ourselves. But, you know, milestone in the reverse. Maybe you guys are kind of, maybe you're struggling to reach a specific milestone. It requires more trust. So let's see. Yeah, it has to do with acknowledgement and celebration in the reverse. It could indicate that some celebration is being delayed or even canceled altogether. Wow, that's quite the very resonant message for just the world in general recently. Again, with COVID-19 and all that, a lot of celebrations, a lot of parties, weddings, funerals, like all this kind of stuff has been put on a massive hold. So again, some of you may have been greatly affected by that. Maybe even for some of you, this is very, very specific, so it might only resonate to one person. Maybe some of you have been in a relationship with somebody who is like overseas, or again, they're foreign to you, they live at a distance, and you had originally made this plan to finally meet up, to meet in person, to connect, and it got delayed. It got restricted because neither one of you can travel because of whatever the place that you are, what their restrictions are during this time. So that could be a possibility for some of you. But anyway, this may be disappointing to you. Remember that although the event isn't happening as planned, a milestone still exists and should be acknowledged in your heart. On another level, when this card is reversed, you could find yourself looking back at your life and wishing you had done some things differently in the past. If so, it's time to start considering the steps you have to take in order to make that life-changing decision now. Again, take action. You may not feel quite ready, but that time of inner achievement is calling you now. Each day can be a new milestone for you. Choose honoring thoughts and behaviors. Create joy and optimism now. Celebrate your external truth and know that this very life is a milestone for your soul. Wow. So we also have here, what do you need to release with the waning moon? So obviously, again, there's something here like worry, negative pattern, negative people, or something that you need to just release so that you can, again, move forward to embrace this milestone. Get into your King of Pentacles energy, where it's like you are in control of your show, you're grounded, you're stable, and you know how to work your business very well. And in fact, next up, we have the horse here. with accepting help from another, delegating authority. Exactly. So it's like, even if you are struggling with something, you don't know how to get this thing done, or again, you need help, you need to communicate and just ask for the help when you need it. Delegate power, delegate your authority. If you need help and you know you need help, then just ask for help. We also have here the owl with magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So again, I feel like that's very much related to maybe negative people who are trying to maybe, deter you from maybe going after this thing, or maybe even a person. Maybe there's some people that are judging you because of your relationship, because it is something that is like non-traditional. Maybe there's distance. Maybe there's a very clear, you both come from very different cultural backgrounds. So again, there may be people trying to, pull the wool over your eyes in a sense, or try to mess with what you know inherently to be right through your intuition and what your heart is telling you. So again, let go of the past and maybe do a little bit of a detox here so that you can make room for new things. So some things to keep in mind with this card coming up and to ask yourself is, have you allowed yourself to be deceived? Is Owl asking you to release the past so you can change and take flight? Are you in the dark about a situation? What secrets do you need to discover to know the truth? So it's like, if you need more information, if you need to know more, then you just have to ask. You have to take action and be the first one to like step up and say, hey, like, I don't understand this, or I want to know the truth about this situation. Give me the goods. So next up, we have beyond the mind, the heart beats. So I definitely feel like some of you are going to go through some different DNA activations here for sure. So we're going to really dive into this particular card because these have some really good messages. So we're going to go ahead and read through this one for you all who chose this pile. So, and it's a hell of a doozy, so buckle in. So, in the chaos of modern life and the constant influctuations of our mind, it can be difficult to remember that a sublime sanctuary lies within, yet it is always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is an endless vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to another greater something that exists outside of time. Some might call it eternity. Within the sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. The sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat. The totality of life, all of your being, can be felt as one through listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. This is the love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create, even beyond what we actually thought was possible. Your love for life and need to feel alive and express yourself, and the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt through the beating of your heart. This oracle has a message for you. There is the way of the mind, which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it thinks it's turning mountains into molehills. Then there is the way of the heart. It is subterranean and moves subtly beneath possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways and responding to what is before it, even occurs in the physical world. However, with the heart's intelligence, we cannot see and know in the same way that we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. The mind sees, plans, and strategizes. The heart feels, responds, senses, and intuits. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. It is a different way to live and create. It is closer to the heart and to the source of life itself. It's not for those who are lacking in courage and trust, but you are not one of those. You are being asked to trust your heart and to drop into it. The mind is important, but it cannot subulate the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart. That is, to create this spacious chamber of receptiveness into which the sacred rhythm of your heartbeat can respond. This oracle comes with guidance for you. Deep within you, you know what to do, and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its planes seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. Your head and heart have been in conflict at times over the course of your life. This has brought you struggle and sometimes deep suffering. However, this oracle brings you the message that a truce will soon be declared, and the appropriate outcome of the mind waving the white flag of surrender is imminent. Soon, if not already, you will finally be feeling that your heart is leading you. You will feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart rather than trying to be out front, seeing and sorting everything out in advance in order to be safe. What a relief to let go of this old way. Your mind can become more relaxed and trusting. There will be a period of adjustment as you get used to living without so much foresight, but with more insight, wisdom, and energy in the present moment to create. If you're finding that you cannot plan or strategize as you once did, or you feel that you know less than you ever have known about where you're heading or how you're supposed to get there, then this oracle comes as confirmation that these are healthy signs of a shift from head to heart. You are not proceeding in an error. You are exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. You are now in a position that is more powerful than ever because you're allowing yourself to be guided by your heart, a heart that beats in harmony with the heart of all existence. Your affairs are in accord with love, and no matter what may appear and be at times, all is unfolding according to the greater love, you included. So the healing process here is lying on your back comfortably with your hands on your heart. Say, I love you, I trust you. You are beautiful and you are wise. You beat in harmony with the greater plan of love. You are my guiding light. Rest with your hands at your heart for several long, slow breaths, or however long feels good. When you're ready, just go back to your day or evening. Anytime you need to strengthen your connection to your heart's truth, drop into your heart awareness by lightly placing one or both hands on your chest, over your heart, and breathing gently. So, damn. That's quite the message for you guys right there. So moving into your final cards here, we have a blessing of growing older. We also have a blessing of homecoming. And we have a blessing to shield and safeguard you. Exactly. I mean, you have El Moria here protecting you, guarding you, especially if you're traveling currently to maybe return home. Maybe you wanted to go to a place that feels like home to you, or you feel naturally called to. I also get the sense of here, you guys are going through a maturity. Like, because again, we have a lot of that youthful energy here with the Knave of Swords and the Knave of Cups. And that relationship right there very much reflects this struggle between the mind and the heart as well. You have to have both, but right now is a time to really listen to that heart a little bit more, to follow that Page of Cups energy. Because through that, you won't have to look back and, question again, are you regretting doing something that you felt called to do? So again, maybe some of you, that's the issue right now. It's like there's something that you've been feeling like you need to do. And I definitely feel for some of you it has to do with traveling, which again, just be careful, be safe. But it's like you need to do that because it's part of your destiny, and it's part of this process that you're going through to become older and wiser. So we also have here these two kitties for you. So the first one is Majesty. So meet Majesty. She lives inside each one of us. She is the queen of the vulnerable heart and the yearning soul and the seeking mind. She helps us see our majesty, helps us to honor our gifts, hone our skills, and to be true to our word. Let us not diminish ourselves with endless self-criticism and self-negotiation. We must wear our crown of light with love, with confidence, and grace, and generosity of spirit. We all have something to teach and share with our fellows. Cultivate kindness and respect towards yourself so that your gifts may flourish and be shared freely with those around you. We then have Bliss, which is meet Camilla. She's in full bloom, radiating delight. When something challenging happens, we often ask ourselves, what can we learn from this? Camilla is here to remind us not to overlook the possibility that some of life's most poignant lessons come from moments of ecstatic bliss. What makes your body, mind, and soul ring with joy? How can you connect to the golden thread of meaning and let it weave its way through your life? This is an invitation to embrace all that is marvelous in your life. Let bliss overcome you as you bask in the limitless love of a million sunrises here. So beautiful message. And finally, we have your tea leaf cards here. So let's see. So we have Dark Man. And wow. Dealings a relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So maybe this is somebody that you're involved with, maybe even romantically or otherwise. We have Throne with position of authority. Again, you guys need to claim your authority and lead from there. And then we have Yoke with feeling tied down or frustrated. Makes a lot of sense with that 5 of Wands energy here. It's like you guys want this expansion. You're tired of this separation. You want to go on your path. So again, just do it. Take that action. Stop the worry. So that is everything that I'm seeing for you guys for this group. So if this resonated, please do drop a like, comment down below, subscribe if you want to see more. And of course, if you want to have more exclusive content, more pick-a-cards, definitely do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon because I'm producing more work over there as well. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you. For those of you who picked pile 3 here with the Kiwi Jasper as well as the very cute Sunday girl here. We're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. We're going to set her over here if we can. There we go. And let's see what you need to know for the month of September. So starting off with your tarot, you guys got quite a few here. We got the 7 of Wands. Damn. We also have the Queen of Wands as well. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the High Priestess. We have the 3 of Pentacles. So you guys have 2 3s. So 3 might be a very significant number for you. And we have the 10 of Wands. So a lot going on here. So let's see. For September for you guys, it definitely feels like there could definitely be some conflicts with some people here, and especially because I feel like you guys are becoming more in tune with your intuition and like more about what your purpose is. You're setting out on your goals. You know what it is that you want to start doing. There's things that you want to work at, that you want to create. And again, you're stepping into your personal power. You're stepping in, you're becoming more charismatic, you're becoming more creative, you're wanting to embrace all these aspects. And it definitely feels like there's some people who are not going to be about that. They're going to want to try to tear you down for these things because they no longer are able to control you, or again, you are no longer taking on their bullshit or their responsibilities. You're finally walking away from all that chaos and you're just focusing on what you need to do. You're learning how to say no, I feel like. And some people are really going to not be about that, and they're going to try to, you know, mess with you. But I feel like you guys are able to like see through that bullshit, and you're able to say like, no, I'm cutting the thread here and now, and I'm not going to take any more of this bullshit because I have big plans and I have big things to do, and I know my self-worth now, and I know what is meant for me. I've gone within, do that shadow work, and I find my purpose and I find what is right for me. I'm not going to take on this conflict anymore. It's not worth my time. You know what? You fix your own problems is like what I'm getting the sense here. So let's go ahead and see what else we got here. So for your love messages for September, we have keep an open mind. So your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. We also have calling in your soulmate with your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And lastly, we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So obviously for some of you, you know, if you're following, you're listening to your intuition, it's going to lead you to a person who you're going to connect with, who is definitely a soulmate. Again, this could be platonic or it could be romantic, but there's definitely a very, very strong connection. There's strong chemistry between you two. I'm getting the sense that maybe this will start out more as a friendship than it will necessarily like right off the bat as a romantic thing. But it's like they're coming in closer, and it's like you're realizing how to be more, again, open-minded because you're more confident about yourself. And again, you're not placing any specific expectations on any person or any situation when it's coming in. You're letting it kind of be and let things flow naturally. Well, I feel like other people around you definitely do not do that. And again, your particular soulmate might be very different from what you initially thought or sensed, and that might be coming in a lot clearer with your intuition than it was before. And you're kind of like, wow, that's kind of odd. I've never thought about that before. And it's like, huh, where is this coming from? Well, it's coming in for a reason. I also feel like some of you might be going through kind of like a spiritual awakening in some aspects, but let's go ahead and see what crystal might be useful for you guys in the month of September when we have azurite, right? Azurite. So what is it? Meditative and dreamy, azurite is a soft, powdery to prismatic, rich blue, copper-infused mineral. So who needs it? The materialistic, vain, and always craving. That's not a judgment. That's almost all of us. Leos especially. So some of you who are particularly a Leo watching this reading, you need to definitely get your hands on some of this stone. So where to put it? Alongside the spiritual shovel you're using to dig your way out of that prison of worry, indecision, and desire you constructed around yourself. And this is kind of like, so far in like all the piles, this kind of worry and indecision, or like, again, especially the worry thing, has come up in multiple piles now. So this definitely feels like a collective thing that's happening where a lot of people are worrying about stuff, which is understandable because the state of the world is fucking chaotic right now. So it's like, worry is understandable, but you can't let that affect, like, you can't let it stop you from going after the things you want. But anyway, so where to put it? Alongside, indecision and desire you've constructed around yourself. So when to use it? When material pleasures aren't giving you the buzz they used to. When it's time to take a break from snapping selfies and chasing shiny things. You can shake off shallowness. Start with your breath. Then dive into the deep end with azurite. Explore your hidden depths. And that's so like the high priestess energy coming through. It's like, this is a message to dive deeper into who you are and learn more about connecting with yourself. And that part of that is shaking off the responsibilities and the judgments of other people, because that's not really you. So let's see what else we have. We also have a clear message of no. So obviously, and oh my God, wasn't that what I was saying? Oh, that's so weird. I was saying like, oh, I feel like you guys are learning how to say no now. And it's like, yeah, that is literally coming up. Like, you're going to need to be prepared for something to happen in September where it's like, you need to say no to it. Just do it, because it's like, you'll be in a better spot for it. So as far as your spirit guides for September, you guys got two. You got Odin with psychic insight. There's the high priestess energy. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. And you also had Sanat Kumara with light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So yeah, it's like, trust your intuition. It is really going to point you in the right direction here. And again, shine your person light, embrace that Queen of Wands energy. She is the witch of the deck. She's got it going on. So again, brace that energy. Regardless of your gender, you can embody and bring in her energy. So we also have here, we have the vast universe in the reverse. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this card and see what is happening here. I feel like it's probably going to mention something where it's like, you're not alone. Your guides and stuff are here. It's just that you're not tapping into them. So yeah, blessings of divine consciousness. So in the reverse, when this card comes to you reversed, you find yourself feeling isolated and unable to resolve things on your own. You're looking for connections and solutions, but things may feel pretty grim. It's important to know, however, that you are never disconnected from divine consciousness or from anyone or anything in your universe. It's all about your energy. So be sure to release any fear that puts up walls or shuts down important spiritual and personal alliances. Do not blame yourself for past vibrations. That only separates you further. What is called for here is a conscious intention to connect and to redefine yourself according to your divine legacy. That is where your true power, value, and worthiness come from. Your history and your future span the length of time. Open up to this truth and leave the old limitations behind. Shift to a deeper spiritual view of life. The solutions you seek will be illuminated by the divine light that flows to your willing heart. So here's your affirmation with this. The light of God fills me. Divine consciousness guides me. Abundant blessings of the universe flow into my life. Gotta trust. And so next up here, we have, literally, this makes so much sense. We have step out of your comfort zone with the North Node, and we have hold your vision with the fixed moon. So the fixed moon is referencing the fixed zodiac signs, which I'm trying to remember exactly what the fixed zodiac signs are. Give me 1 second here so I can tell you guys exactly what those are. Because it might, again, you might be one of these zodiac signs or might be dealing with somebody who is one of these signs. Let's see. Yeah, this is referring to the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So again, we have Leo coming up more than once. So I'm really curious to see how many of you are watching this are actually a Leo, because this is a big old message for you guys. But with that North Node, with the step out of your comfort zone. So obviously you need to just again, shine your light and really just be your confident, authentic self. And again, push yourself to do something that you've never done before. Stop saying no to yourself about the thing. Also, your North Node, definitely look for that in your natal chart, because your North Node is all about what it is you're supposed to work at in this current life, in this incarnation, what it is you're supposed to work at. Your South Node is everything that feels comfortable and easy to you. And it's really not, it's easy to fall back into those things, but it doesn't help you. It doesn't advance you forward. And so with that North Node, if you want to learn and understand what your North Node is trying to teach you, one, you need to look at what sign it's in. And then you also want to look at what house it's in. And specifically with the house, you want to look at what sign rules that house. So say your North Node is in Leo and it's in the 12th house. So you want to read information about what it means when your North Node is in Leo, and also what your North Node means when it's in Pisces, because those two energies are affecting you and are going to describe what it is you're supposed to be working at in this life. So next up, wow, this is coming up so much with a lot of these pick-a-cards are in this reading for this video. We have fear coming up. So again, what is it that you guys are fearing? What is it that is holding you back? I want to dive a little bit more into this particular card. So let's see. 48. This marker asks you to identify how fear may be affecting you on this part of your journey. Are you afraid of failure because you're worried about success and that the changes it brings as it pushes you to be all that you can be? Are you afraid of losing something you don't have yet? Is your fear valid? Have you been actually have you actually seen evidence of adversity and trouble, or are you seeing false evidence which gives the appearance of being real? Fear is a crippling companion and indicates a loss of faith and connection to the divine. Again, we have the vast universe, which was totally talking about that. Fear remember that the god and goddesses doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. Fear comes from the part of you that identifies with separation, division, and form. To release yourself from it, remember that you are first and foremost an infinite soul. Look through those eyes and the fear will subside as you remember to trust the way of the mystery. Don't struggle with fear. Look inside, see the part of you that is afraid, and send love and light and compassion inward. This would be a very good time to write an inventory of your fears and their possible solutions. Once on paper, you may find that you've been afraid of fear itself. This is an auspicious omen of transformation for you guys. Again, that light activation, that awakening happening. This is part of why the fear is coming up, because you have to face these things in order to embrace this new beginning. Again, step out of your comfort zone. If you are afraid of something, again, identify, are you just afraid of it because you're afraid of failing, or you're afraid of losing something, or is there actually a reason to be afraid of it? Like, again, ask yourself those questions. So, and wow, your next card. We have the unicorn with infinite possibilities. Again, your possibilities are there, guys. And that transformation with the butterflies is here. So you are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. Very cool message here. So with this card being here, you definitely want to question and ask yourself these things. So, has pessimism driven away the magic in your life? Have mean and controlling people dimmed your joy? And I was getting a sense of that. You need to travel to nature to be renewed. And then finally, don't let your light be dimmed by negativity. And this is funny because this is on page 111. So that might be significant for some of you. So the next card we have is listen for truth. Again, you guys got to go within and listen to your own truth. So we're going to dive into this particular card in depth because these have really good messages for you guys. So, and this one is another good old doozy one. So, truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings an irreplaceable sense of peace, trust, and the knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly. Even if there's little evidence of how it's all going to happen, you're being asked to listen for the truths beneath the words rather than superficial messages of the words themselves. This is especially true for the communications of those around you, the press, the newspapers, and the mass media. You'll begin to hear fear in the words and actions of those around you, even as they preach love. Listen deeper. Listen for the truth. This oracle comes with a message of truth for you. You are hearing something that is not being said, and what you're hearing is truthful. You may feel as though you're the only one that is really ready to hear or see it. Perhaps you've been working in a situation or loving in a relationship where truth is consistently denied. We live in a world where truth is frequently avoided out of fear of what it might reveal. At the basis of such actions, consciously or not, is a deep sense of unhealed toxic shame. If you or someone else is fearful that the truth will expose rather than free and heal, then some personal healing is required. And I looked up to see 444. It is time for letting go of old wounds in favor of a greater sense of self-love and acceptance. You're being asked to love yourself enough to honor the truth, even if you feel you're the only one doing so. Sacred rebels see truth like lungs need oxygen. Truth keeps the energy of life flowing through this rebellious heart. Lies dampen the spirit of the sacred rebel. Even if those with less awakened hearts fear the truth, you must not turn away from it. Don't resent this state of affairs. Perhaps your job is to show that truth can be witnessed even when many may want to hide from it. What others do is always their choice. But through your honorable deeds done with integrity, you will be set free, no matter what the outcome. You are a truth seeker. Never deny or try to quieten. I can't say it. Quieten this down to make others comfortable. You're meant to be an agitator at times, even though you don't have to confront people to do it. You don't necessarily have to say a word, though sometimes you will. Often you will agitate in the most loving sense by unveiling the truth simply through your knowings. Hold compassion for the truths you behold. Do not use them as knives to cut another or yourself with harshness, but as the clear insight that allows one to loosen the knots that bind simply by knowing which thread to gently tug. This oracle brings you guidance. If you've been worn down and depressed by the lies, gossip, deceit, or backstabbing going on around you, don't fret. Get out in nature and spend some time communing with the infinite. Healing will come to you now. No matter how many times, in how many ways, or by how many tongues untruth is spoken, you know what you know in your sacred rebellious heart. The truth is your connection to the living truth of life itself. Don't give up. Just open up to healing and know that the truth always eventually prevails. So the healing process here is place your hand very lightly at the front and back of your throat and say, I now release all vows of silence I have ever made. Consciously or not, I now release all lies, deceptions, and painful words spoken or unspoken that are affecting my ability to clearly know and speak my truth. I am held in unconditional love with protection and grace, so be it. You have finished your healing process. You might like to say something true just to anchor it. How about within me, beyond all that rises and falls, only truth remains. Wow. So, moving into your final cards here, we have a blessing of earth. And we have a blessing on your intuition. See, you guys are so intuitive. What really came to mind was you guys are so clairvoyant. Some of you maybe are very clairaudient. I just sense that you guys have a very strong clair ability that you need to nurture and you need to bring forth. And I also feel like, again, being out in nature, communing with nature, being grounded in that space is really, really beneficial for you. I also feel like if you guys go out in nature and you see trash laying around, if you make the action to clean it up, pick it up, make nature, healthy, it's going to reward you back for the giving that you're giving them, if that makes sense. Like, really understand and connect with the spirits of nature, with the dirads, with the fae. They're here to commune with you if you're open to communing with them and you're respecting their space and they will respect yours. I also get the sense of needing to, again, bring a little bit more of the nature into your own home, care for plants, you know, spend more time with the windows open, all this kind of stuff. So let's see about your other cards here and look at the beautiful colors we have here. So soothing. So the first one we have is gratitude. So with this, meet Grace. She receives the gifts of the universe with open paws. When she shifts her mind to see what wonders are flowing in, the world glimmers with beauty. It is easy to focus on all those unmet desires, gone astray plans, and everything beyond the horizon of now. Let Grace remind you to notice all the blessings we are receiving. What feels good? Let it in. What is making your heart sing even a quiet, momentary song? Who do you love that is with you now in spirit or right by your side? Let each thank you open your heart a little more. And then we also have relaxation. So meet Molly, like a cloud. She is the embodiment of the luscious state between purring and sleep. Molly understands the healing magic of stretching your paws, arching your back, letting out a long meow, then settling into a cozy circle of softness and rest. For a moment, or maybe longer, let go of everything you feel you have to do and consciously relax your body and mind. Slow down your breath. Savor the stillness between each inhale and exhale. Close your eyes, unwind, soften. You deserve the gentle healing of relaxation. So wow. You guys definitely working on relaxing more for yourself. Again, don't be overworking yourself. And again, just showing gratitude for the beautiful things that you have. And again, hold that vision in your mind of what it is you truly want. So let's see about your final messages here. So we have firecracker with excitement. We also have horseshoe with good luck. We also have fan with romance, celebration, or party. And damn, and we have lily with spiritual love. And I also feel like sexuality is important here because the lily is a very sexual flower symbology-wise. So it's like, wow, like for you guys, there's some really wonderful stuff that can happen in September, especially when you embrace your light and you're just like, this is who I am. I'm not going to let the negative people fuck with my shit anymore. It's like, I'm going to celebrate each life. I know how to say no to the things I do not want and do not resonate with me. And I do not need to surrender myself to anything that is not good for me. So yes, that is everything that I'm seeing for this particular group. So if this resonated, please do drop a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you'd like more exclusive content, more pick-a-cards, more everything, definitely go check out that link down below to my Patreon because all of that is happening over there. So thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. So you picked the fourth and final pile here with the reticulated quartz piece. We're going to go ahead and also, you picked the toilet Chan girl. She's so cute. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and dive into your reading. Let's see if I can get her to set right there. And see what you need to know for the month of September. So we're going to look at your tarot first. So we have the Ace of Cups opening this up. Like, damn. We also have the Knight of Wands. We have the 10 of Cups. Wow. And then we also have the Moon card. So I definitely strongly feel like for you guys who picked this particular pile, your September is definitely going to be heavily love focused or relationship focused, is what I'm getting the sense of here. Connections to family. I feel like a lot of you are really stepping into this new beginning, like this threshold. You're seeing this connection of, again, I'm particularly looking at the moon here because that's the threefold. You have the maiden, the mother, and the crone. It's the threefold. The threefold energy is here. This feminine energy is coming through to make you guys connect with that. You're connecting to a deeper emotional aspect. And I feel like you're coming to a realization about where you are in life, you know, your maturity level. I feel like you're kind of becoming clear about what it is you truly want for the rest of your life. I also definitely see you guys racing forward to those things, really wanting to start. It's like once you understand and you know those motivations, you're paying attention to your dreams. There's synchronicities and there's messages coming through in your dreams about this situation. It's like once you realize these things, it's like you're going to race towards them. You're racing towards that cup. And I definitely feel like somebody else, for a lot of you, like there is a love connection here that is racing towards you, that is coming in with passion, with excitement, with adventure. It's coming through to want to, you know, make your cup overfill with everything that you've needed emotionally, security-wise, creatively to really spark you. So this person could definitely be somebody who is very, very different from you, in the sense that, again, they're just different from you. I just saw 222. Or it's like literally they come from a foreign country that is different from yours, or they have different cultural beliefs than you. It's somebody different. But again, they are very fiery. They're very passionate. And I definitely see that there's somebody who it feels all these things for you, and they want to build it with you. They want to build a life with you here, especially with that 10 of Cups here. A little bit of a slightly spicy 10 of Cups, but it's like that connection, that coming together of two halves finally, and really giving into all of the desires to, again, have that happy future together with everybody. Again, this could apply to not just romantic relationships, but maybe a friendship, wanting to have partnership and career or something. It could go anywhere, but again, I'm going to really mention the love aspect, especially with something like the Ace of Cups here. So speaking of that, let's look at your love messages for the month of September. And so first off, we have trust. The situation is calling you to have faith. Again, you have to have faith that this is coming to you. And I feel like intuitively you can sense it is. We also have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And then you have past life relationship. You have known each other before. So that's why it's like this is so strong, because this is somebody that you've already known before. You've shared lifetimes together with, and in different forms. Like sometimes you guys, the point is like in past lives, you were always connected. You were always together. And so in this life, again, it could be maybe the romance of your lifetime is with this person again. You're working through these things and you're going to have a new beginning again. And I feel like inherently you know this, like you have played these many different roles throughout your lifetimes with this particular person, this particular connection. So let's look at what crystals might be useful for you guys in the month of September. And look what we got here. We got two beautiful stones right here. So we have Hiddenite, which is a variety of, oh boy, I can't even fucking say that one. Hiddenite's green aura and emanates the warm and fuzzies. If you tap into the stone's frequency and feel the buzz, you must have a big heart. Use it. So again, a lot of you could be heart chakra people. So who needs it? French existentialists, future trippers, bad romantics. Again, like, yeah, you guys are kind of like the hopeless romantic group here. Maybe there's a couple Pisces in here, or Cancers. Who needs it? Or where to put it. Hiddenite is like its cloudy pink cousin Kunzite, should be aimed at the heart. When to use it? When you find yourself stuck in the past or too focused on the future. Hiddenite is down to make the most of every moment. If you're in a rut, call on Hiddenite to help you love your way out of it. Claim your happy place. And I feel like that's like what this Ace of Cups is. It's all about claiming your happiness. And again, working through those shadow aspects. Again, maybe some of you need to do like a past life regression here. To uncover some mysteries, to uncover the truths, remove the illusions, and really see everything for what it really is, that life is, it can be a joyous, wonderful thing. You don't need to let the bad moments tarnish that. And then we have a really interesting one here. We got Lemurian quartz. So again, maybe some of you had a past life with this person in Lemuria or Atlantis, or again, you resonate to the star seed energy. But anyway, what this is, Lemurian quartz is identifiable by its blushy hue and the ladder-like horizontal grooves that climb up its face. Its name is a shout-out to Lemuria, a fabled lost continent, whose highly evolved inhabitants, some far-out folks insist, now live under Mount Shasta in California. So who needs it? Anyone in need of a vacation from their thoughts? Where to put it? Lemurians are like wands. Point them at a body part, friends, and other crystals that need more juice. When to use it? Whenever someone or something you love needs a zap of healing energy, awaken your inner wizard or witch and cast a spell with Lemurian quartz. So escape your mind. So there you guys go. Those are your crystals for September. So let's see what we have out here next. So we have ask for help from others. So there might be a thing here where it's like you have a support system around you that you can rely on to help you start new things. And I feel like maybe through asking for help from others, it's going to lead you to maybe encountering this person. Or again, this is about asking your angels and your guides for more guidance and help. And they will give it. Because look, We got faith, and look at that. The situation is calling you to have faith, and you literally have faith come out for your spiritual guide for September. So again, have faith about this. Humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. So you might be feeling pretty down, maybe about current situations within the world, or maybe love situation or something. It's like, don't worry. Just have faith, trust, and again, see the good in situations. Don't be pessimistic. So let's see what else we have here. So you guys got 2 of these cards. So interestingly enough, we have commitment in the reverse. And then we also have travel upright. And these are both event cards. So this is exciting. Let's go ahead and dive into these. So I definitely feel like with travel, obviously, there's an opportunity here for you guys, again, within reason, be safe, to literally or metaphorically go on a journey. And again, this might also be about this person, your soulmate, traveling to you. Let's see. So let's start off with the commitment card here, though, in the reverse. So a promise is what this has to do with. One thing that I'm getting right off the bat with this, before even looking at it, is for some of you, this is a specific message. It's like, when you do meet this true love, this romance of a lifetime, don't be rushing too much into a commitment. Let things naturally progress as they should. The commitment is going to be there, I feel like, for some of you, for sure. So again, don't be trying to push it so hard. Let it naturally come. Anyway, so what this card says represents some sort of breakup or release of a commitment. This may refer to a present love situation, or it could represent a hoped-for relationship that is being delayed or redirected completely. So again, maybe there's something about here that, who is meant for you is really not who you think it is right now, currently. Or again, there's look through the illusions, find the deeper meanings underneath things, underlying things with that moon card. This card could also apply to all sorts of dissolving contracts and commitments. You may be leaving a job or breaking a lease, for example. An offer on the sale of a house may fall through or take longer than expected. And unfortunately, it's possible you could lose a legal battle if you've been fighting, or a resolution in your favor may be greatly delayed. Remember, however, that everything exists in an energetic potential. As you shift your resonance, you can shift this timing and resolution of all things. Keep in mind that the emotional quality of your life is up to you. When a promise is broken, it's okay to be sad. Let yourself deal with this experience with honesty toward yourself and others. Make a promise to bring joy to yourself. After all, genuine love of self is the beginning of all positive connections and beneficial resolutions. The more you commit to yourself, the more the universe will commit to you. And then, of course, we have these travel here. And it's funny because this is bringing up, it was kind of bringing up moving. And this is the other key word here for this travel card is moving. So maybe there's something about, maybe moving house, moving to a new place has been delayed. I wouldn't be surprised if it has been delayed, considering a lot of things happened due to COVID-19 and the whole situation of the world right now. So anyway, with this card, a suitcase stands outside a beautiful door bordered by flowers, indicating there's some travel forecasted for you. This could pretend anything from a short driving trip to an extended vacation. However it manifests, a possible positive experience is at hand. There's also a possibility of relocation for you at this time. You may be buying a new house in the area or moving to another city entirely. So that is very specific. So some of you who are working on moving house, buying a new home, there could potentially be some delays involved with that or a contract falling through. But do not fret, do not worry, because this is happening for a reason. It's a good thing. If it's not meant to be and it falls out, that means there's something much, much better for you out there. Keep that in mind. It's a blessing in disguise, and I just saw 1111 for you guys. So there could also be a move. There could also be a move where your work is concerned, such as transferring of offices or going to a new job entirely. If this card is near the transformation card in your spread, some significant interchanges can be expected. So this is a perfect time to make the energetic intention to move into a more joyous and optimistic mindset. Let yourself travel through each day with happiness. Even if you can't get out of town, you can always take a vacation from negativity. Damn, there you go. So Oh, wow. Look at your next card here. We got the new moon in Aries with it's time to take action. There you go. It's like if you want something, if you want to make this happen, just take the action. And again, if it doesn't exactly go as planned when you do it, that's perfectly fine. It's room for adjustment. It means that there's something better that when, where you had directed that energy, just need to shift it a little bit because there's something better right beside it. Wow. Look. We have truth next. And so this is really interesting. I am going to read this card. But obviously it's like getting to the truth of the matter. What I find so fascinating about this card is the symbol here. Because this symbol is actually what you use, that marks on your natal chart where your part of fortune is. Now, if you're not familiar with what part of fortune is like an ancient astrological point that astrologers used to look at a lot. Nowadays, maybe not so much, but it's actually a very unique and important placement because this is basically where it is in your natal chart is really talking about where you're the most lucky. So obviously for you guys, you need to look at where that area is in your natal chart because there's something important about it. There's some benefits that you're not utilizing that are in relation to that house and that sign it's sitting in. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit more into this particular card. So it is card 51 with the truth. What is your truth? What truth are you projecting out to the world? So truth in word and deed is what is required of you by drawing this marker, as well as resonating with your own personal truth. It's important now to always demand the same from others. In every person, there's a vibrational energy that's accessible by slowing down and searching within to inquire, is this real? Am I hearing truth from another, or is it a lie? Am I speaking honestly myself, or am I lying to manipulate circumstances to get what I want? This is very much in the realm of the moon card. The moon is all about revealing truth, especially truth that you normally can't see, or you normally don't want to see, because it's hidden in the shadow. It's hidden in the night. Doesn't mean it's bad or it's wrong necessarily. What's wrong is, or what becomes bad is when you ignore it and you don't face it. So again, shine the light of the moon in a new aspect. Remember, even a white lie will cause your light to fade and lose power. A lie takes you down into the lower vibrations of the ego world, ruled by separation and limitation, and its seduction of the lower world, and serves no one but the forces of darkness. This marker reminds you to remain in the light, even if it seems like a more difficult path. Truth will build a bridge across a chasm. Truth will lend a magic wand of strength and integrity. Truth is freedom. So, next card we have here is the Peacock with vibrancy. I feel like somebody, especially this Knight of Wands person, they might very much like to peacock to show off and show their interest in you. So that might be a possibility. But you were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Exactly. We have a lot of this lovely blue royal color coming through. So that might be something for you guys to look at. So with this peacock being here, just some things to keep in mind and kind of ask yourself to see if you're doing these things or if these things are affecting you. So, because again, this has a lot to do with grace, vibrancy, self-esteem, authenticity, protection, good luck, integrity, sensuality, refinement, pride, prosperity, phoenix, and resurrection. So being a phoenix rising from the ashes, that's part of taking action. Also embracing your sensuality, because I feel like definitely this person is going to be very sensual and they're going to bring out that sensual side in you. It's like if you feel uncomfortable with your body or your sexuality or something, you definitely need to come to terms and come to find the truth of maybe why that makes you uncomfortable so that you can work through it, because you have a beautiful sensuality to show and express, and especially to give to another person. I just saw 555. So anyway, so with this card, ask yourself, have you been hiding your inner beauty? Have you lost sight of the value of others? Has vanity made you arrogant? Practice humility. So next up, we have Pandora's gift. And again, she's holding this mask, but I feel like she's removing this mask and really seeing the truth for things, and tapping into those Akashic records and finding her purpose and her messages here. So we're going to dive deeply into this particular card because there's some really good messages with these. So I wanted to read them for you for this particular reading. So let's go ahead and see. This is card 45, and let's see what it's got to say. So there is a mystic woman, oh my God, can I stop with the messing of my camera. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna leave that there because it's gonna just not work. Okay. Back to what I was reading. There is a mythic woman much maligned throughout history, whose name means all gifted. Pandora lives within us as our curious nature yearning to conquer chaos, evil, and darkness with the light of knowledge. She is the hopeful voice of our soul that asks the questions, and in doing so triggers the process that brings the answers. Sometimes it is through uncomfortable learning that we find our treasure. Pandora reminds us that the process of learning can take us to places that seem like the end of our world, and yet all is not lost. Even now, the light within you is stirring for new revelation, new life, and new adventure. Pandora is all gifted and all giving. Her presence invites you to forgo your belief in judgment. Now is the time to surrender the misplaced guilt that you may have brought upon yourself or another, some terrible happening. It is time to let go of the same based belief in punishment. This is a belief that you deserve to be brought to task over any perceived imperfection, or that your natural human journey somehow renders you inadequate. Pandora frees the soul from such torment. This is her gift. The human journey necessarily involves learning through experience. There is no shame in your learning process. Pandora's presence is the sign of a new time, a time to swap the notion of inherent shame for the acceptance of inherent divinity. For this moment now, how unstoppable you shall become. Sacred rebellion is happening within your soul as a powerful uprising towards liberation. You are breaking free from the weighty criticism of the world, from the power games that bore you senseless, and from the insanity of sacrilegious priorities in this world. Dare to disobey anything and everything that is not divine. Pandora is the leader of your soul revolution. She defies the vicious judgment of history and all that has been said about her. She shrugs off misery, despair, and the weight of the world to recognize that she is the bearer of the truth, the true and beautiful light of peace, comfort, hope, and reassurance. With her oracle comes the realization that you too are a divinely defiant believer in hope, who shall cast off the works of anyone who seeks to torment you. As this shift takes place, you shall dare to look within your own being and find the light. You are being put on divine notice from the sacred feminine that there is a talent and ability within you that needs to be acknowledged. There is a worthy seed of something beautiful and necessary within you. If you choose to develop and express this seed, step by step, it will become an extraordinary light in your life and in the world. So poke your tongue out at the naysayers and turn your attention to the bright hope within. You are born to strut your soul stuff. So with this, the healing process here is begin by grounding your attention in the here and now, away from daily distractions and your own thoughts. This process will take you beyond intellect and into purely intuitive knowing encoded in the divine light of your soul. Sit or stand comfortably and relax. Place your hands on your heart and close your eyes for a few moments. When you are ready, you can lower your hands and say the following aloud. My heart light is unmasked from shame, fear, and doubt. Those that seek to torment me are unequivocally uninvited now. I bow only before divine truth, light, and love. All else is summarily dismissed. If you would like to add the dramatic flair of some hissing, yelling, tongue poking, or some other I respect your right to live as you choose, but you aren't welcome in my soul, so get lost action, feel free. Then take a few moments to imagine, feel, and visualize and intend that you are breathing divine light in and out through your heart. As you breathe in this light, anything that is not for your highest good flies out of your heart at the front, the back, and the sides, and the light simply grows and grows. Relax as you do this. It is so natural for the heart to amplify divine light. It is a way that the soul breathes. When you are ready, say the following aloud. I give the true divine beloved permission to guide me into the fulfillment of my sacred gifts, talents, and destiny. May all that was originally intended for me be released into being and protected through divine protection, grace, and my own free will. So be it. Place your hands in prayer at your heart and bow your head. You have completed your healing process. Wow. So moving into your final cards here, we have A blessing for finding your way. Seriously, that's like all of what this like Pandora's gift was all about. You're finding your way, a different way, a better way for yourself. We also have here a blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship. And on top of that, you have a blessing on friendship. So obviously, again, I totally felt it with this pile. It's pretty obvious. It's like if some of you are looking for companionship, either romantic or otherwise, it is coming. There's maybe an opportunity here in September to open that doorway for you to find somebody who you really connect with. Again, finding your way. Take action. And again, embrace your natural and beautiful gifts. So next up, we have these two pretty kitties here. And so we have curiosity. Literally, that's like the key word for Pandora's gift is curiosity. Be curious. So meet Blaze. With eternal kitten eyes, he experiences each instant of sight, smell, and sensation as if for the very first time. His mind is a delightful question mark. When he meets another kitty, visits an unfamiliar place, or tries something new, his mind is not addled by presumptions and assumptions. He is simply curious and open. Most of all, he is curious about himself. He asks, what am I feeling right now? What do I believe and why do I believe it? What is my heart trying to tell me? Let's cultivate this playful kitty's curiosity so that we may continually learn, evolve, and discover. There's a lot here for you guys in September about learning and evolving. So next up, we got the catalyst. Meet Luna. The moon. The moon is your catalyst here. She may seem a little ominous at first, but do not worry. She is truly here to help us. She is the catalyst. She is the kitty form of the philosopher's stone, the magical alchemy that metaphorically turns lead into gold. She might shake things up like a crazy thunderstorm, but the sky will be so much clearer afterwards. She is the maven of breakthroughs and revelations. When Luna crosses your path, you might feel a shiver, but do not be afraid. This is only the first sign of a miraculous shift. Again, you guys are about to go through a miraculous shift that's going to lead you to connection for sure. So, looking at your final little tea leaves here, we have kangaroo. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. We also have ear with good news though. And lastly, we got Chairfield. Someone new is entering your life. So look at that. Again, times right now are unsettled. So again, make good plans. Make plans for what you want to do here in the future. And you're going to receive some good news. And I feel like this good news, this opportunity is going to lead you to, again, somebody new and really beneficial entering your life and as a connection. So, whew. That is everything I'm seeing here for this pile. So if this resonated, please do drop a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you like more exclusive content, more pick-a-cards, more content in general, please do consider checking out that Patreon link down below because it does really help the continued growth of this channel. And of course, me producing this kind of work for you guys. So if you guys are interested in that, please do check out that link. So thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.